Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful story about reinvention. It's kind of like a guide for understanding where our own beliefs come from, and more importantly, how we can actually choose the person we want to become, even if that means challenging everything we've ever been taught.
So let me just start by asking you a question that I think every single one of us faces, especially when we're trying to grow or build something new. Is your past your destiny? I mean, are you really just defined by your circumstances? Or can you actually create a brand new future for yourself?
Well, it turns out one extraordinary journey might just hold the answer. It's a story all about breaking free from the reality you inherit to build a new one. And you know what? It reveals a blueprint for how any of us can redefine who we are truly meant to be.
Okay, so first we have to talk about the world we're given. Every one of us, right from the start, is handed a reality that's been built for us, a whole set of rules, beliefs, and limits that we just accept. We don't even question them.
And to really get this, let's look at a pretty extreme case. Tara Westover grew up on this remote mountain in Idaho. I mean, she had no birth certificate, no medical records, zero formal education. Her entire world was her family's junkyard and their super radical survivalist beliefs. Public school, that wasn't just frowned upon, it was seen as a government plot to brainwash you. Her reality was totally sealed off and absolute.
And this quote, wow, it just perfectly captures how our world was designed to never, ever change. Her education came from the seasons, from the cycles of the mountain. It was like the sun rising and setting. Everything was this constant loop where, in the end, nothing really changed at all. Her identity was supposed to be fixed.
So, what happens when that fixed reality suddenly gets shattered? This is that critical turning point, right? It's when the world you know smacks right into conflicting information.
You see, back on that mountain, her father's worldview wasn't just an opinion. No way. It was presented as the single absolute truth. There was just no room for any other ideas. And this is where those two worlds just collide, head on. For the very first time, sitting in a university classroom, she hears a fact that completely shatters a core belief she's held her entire life. I mean, can you even imagine the shock? To be taught one truth your whole life, only to see hard evidence that it's completely wrong? This is the moment, right here, that kicks off her whole transformation.
So this all leads to a huge question, doesn't it? How do you build yourself up when the very foundation you are given just crumbles? Well, this is where education stops being about facts and starts being a tool for self-creation.
While she was studying at Cambridge, of all places, she stumbles on this concept called positive liberty. Now, this isn't about freedom from outside stuff, like the government. It's about freedom from your internal barriers. You know, the fears, the irrational beliefs, the superstitions that hold you back. It's about taking control of your own mind.
And then a professor tells her this, and it just reframes everything. Reinvention, it turns out, isn't about becoming some totally new person. It's about peeling back all the layers of who you were told you were, so you can finally reveal the person you had the potential to be all along. That potential? It was always in you.
But look, this kind of transformation, it isn't free. There's always a cost. Real, meaningful growth often means you have to make some painful sacrifices. It means letting go of things, and sometimes even people that you love.
This right here, this gets to the absolute heart of her conflict. She finally realizes that to get custody of her own mind, to see more truths than just the ones her father gave her, she might have to lose her family. And that's just a devastating choice to have to make. Your family or yourself.
And in the end, this is the principle she chooses to live by. Self-creation isn't about finding the one single right answer. It's about building the skill to evaluate lots of different ideas, many histories, and multiple points of view, and then using that process to build your own unique identity.
All right, so what does all of this mean for us? For those of us building a career or a business, these ideas about reinvention are actually incredibly practical. So let's break down how you can apply them.
Here's a super simple 3-step framework you can use right away. First, audit. Ask yourself, what are the truths in my industry or about myself that I've just accepted without question? Second, seek. Go out of your way to expose yourself to conflicting ideas. Talk to people who think differently. Challenge your own assumptions. And finally, number 3, choose. Really understand that your identity is not set in stone. You have the power, every single day, to decide who you want to become.
And I want to leave you with this last thought because it's so powerful. This process of becoming yourself, it can feel messy. To other people, and yes, sometimes even to yourself, it might look like a betrayal of your past. But really, it's the very definition of an education. Not just learning about the world, but learning how to create yourself inside of it.
And you know, that journey of self-creation,
It applies just as much to our professional lives. So if you're ready to take action on your own growth, to move your business forward and find more clients, you can book a free call with CT Marketing. The link is right there in the description.